Hey guys, this is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. I want to go over the trade review for today. A lot of interesting trades. One of the things I want to point out, first of all, let's cover the zones right out of the gate. If you look in the video before, you'll see what the market preview was and what the plan was. And so for this morning, I had two areas specifically that I wanted to take longs at, and they're marked, you'll see with an S. You'll see the S here, and you'll see the S here. When I have the S marked in the zone, those are particularly strong zones. I expect responses out of them. So if you look, we opened in the 1995 and a quarter to 1993 and a quarter zone. We had immediate responsive buyers back up into the 1999 and a quarter to 2001 and a quarter zone. You can see that we actually spent quite a bit of time in here, about 25 minutes. It makes it hard to hold, especially when we have econ right in front, but as you can see, that was a perfect trade location in terms of getting the rotation down. From 2001, remember the focus of the zones is for the first touch of the zone. That's what we're focused on, right? So if you look, first time back, this is the second time back into the 95 and a quarter to 93 and a quarter. We trade through there. First time into the 90 and a half to 88 and a half. We get a rotation right off the top of the zone from 90.50 up to 93 and a quarter, accomplishing what is our normal intended goal of 2 points per trade, right? Minimum, then either close the trade out or leave a trailer. The market then proceeds to rotate down. We don't quite hit 98 and 3/4. We finally do come, excuse me, at 1985 and 3/4. We finally come down to 1985 and 3/4. Again, I want to highlight this. First time into the zone, rejection. First time into the zone, rotation back up. First time into the zone, rejection back up, right? At this point, you'll see that the only thing left to do, the focus is really on the first touch, right? So you can see that we get, when these zones get tested, we have, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here for y'all. And let me pull up my drawing tool. Here we go. So look, first time into the zone, first time into the zone, first time into the zone, first time into the zone on the backside test, right? First time into the zone from underneath, right? And again, this is this zone has already been tested over here. This is the second time in. We trade through it. And not only that, but while we were in the room, if you look at the video I posted before, early in the day, talking about the trap trade back to the upside, I highlighted this area that we were trapped back in and that we could push back to 98, 97, 98 area for potential rejection. The point behind all this is, and wow, I'm a little bit tired tonight. So the first thing that I wanted to show here is that the zones, first time into the zones, provided very high odds trade location, right? That by itself is incredibly valuable. If you add the value of the room of me being able to point out, hey, we're on a proper stretch. We have a trap trade coming in. The market should rotate back up to the upside to a particular trade location. It's incredibly valuable. And if you look at the video, you'll see it in the video. While we were still trading here, I said, look, we're trapped back in now. The market should make an attempt to push back to this 1997, 1998 area. And that's where we should find some sell resistance. And sure enough, this is the completion of that video. It pushes right back down. So if you don't see that video, if you'll go to the YouTube channel, you'll see the video posted right beneath this one. If you want to succeed as a trader, you have to have two things. First of all, you have to have a written trade plan. The second thing you need is an actual edge, right? So clearly, all these zones were posted before the market opened, and all these zones, first time into the zone, provided a trade location. So you have to be thinking, okay, I need trade location, I need an edge, now I need to build a plan around it to take those trades for the times when it fails, which is not often, but it does fail on occasion, right? But even on a day like today, which was clearly a difficult day, and one of the things that made it so difficult is we were getting a complete lack of rotation. It was pretty much one-way markets each way. These are harder to trade in general because there's just no counter rotations. It's straight up, then it's straight down. And the problem with that is when you're trying to pick a location on a straight up, straight down market, it's easy to get run over. It's more important in these times that you focus on first touch of a critical area you have a proper stop, and you want enough of a stop to let the market play around a little bit in that area and to let you survive, but at the same time, P&L wise, doesn't destroy your trading account should you take a stop, right? And then the last thing that I had was at the end of the day, and this was more aimed at the room than anything else. I was pointing out that usually these closes that we have here at the end of the day, and it was right about 1 o'clock, and I was saying it's really, really, really a bad idea to get very bearish at the low of the day. You had to have a lot of people looking at yesterday's close where we kind of ripped down to the downside thinking, oh, well, we're going to get a replay of that. This is going to break lower at the end of the day. But the reality was what we did is we trapped a bunch of shorts down here at 1984. I said the risk was to the upside. The market never broke below this 1984. Again, this zone was marked as a high odds location. And sure enough, this 1984 held. And if you look right now, it's approximately 8:46 Central Time, and we have traded all the way back up to 1994. This was good trap location for late shorts and worked out beautifully back to the upside. You simply have to know what you're looking at and how the market is progressing in order to make sense of the whole picture, right? Otherwise, it simply feels like you're guessing all the way through. The other thing I want to point out is yesterday was a really hard day. And again, this goes out to both people in the room and out of the room. I've heard from people who are like, man, they had such a hard day yesterday. You've got to look at the price action and immediately recognize, can I trade this price action or not? When most markets are hard to trade when there's not quick counteraction within a 5 or 10 minute period of time. Meaning, if we're not going 4 down and 6 up or some variance in that nature of rotation, right, where we're getting markets where it's just ripping straight through like this or ripping straight down like this, man, that can be a very frustrating market to trade because it doesn't allow you to get your scale off. The solution to that, and I'm giving you the solution to that, is first touch of the zones, gives you the highest odds. The zones were spot on today and yesterday for that matter, right? 1, 2, 3. If you just took 2 points out of each of these locations, right, you're already at 6 points for the day, even if you did not catch any of the more complex trades that we're setting up through the course of the day. Anyways, my name is Simon. I'm a Trade and Perform coaching. My job is to help traders improve from being boom bust traders or losing traders to moving them towards consistency and profitability. If you'd like to gain an edge in trading ES, please send me an email. You're welcome to have a 5-day trial or sign up for the room. It's only $95 a month. It's simply the best value out there. You get both ES and NQ charts and a live trading room through the course of the day. So if you'll please just simply send me an email at tradeandperform@gmail.com. I'll be happy to help you by giving you a 5-day pass to the room. And a lot of people making some really great money in the room. And I think that's really the biggest endorsement you can possibly have. So anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful night. I hope everyone kicked ass trading today. It was actually turned out to be a pretty decent day. So anyway, look forward to doing some good trading tomorrow. Members charts will be out shortly. Have a good night, everybody.